Dana White has officially analyzed the upcoming heavyweight showdown featuring Tom Aspinall and Gane.
He can see Tom going on to dominate the heavyweight division for years to come, go down as the greatest MMA fighter of all time. Do you see him capable of achieving that?
But when you start talking, he won this fight tonight, he could be the greatest of all time. Again, you know how I feel about Jon Jones, even being within Jon Jones' universe, in my opinion.
I interviewed Tom Aspinall in London.
Another one.
He wants to fight Jon Jones.
He wants to fight everybody, man.
He thinks he'll beat Jon Jones.
Yes, he does. I love it. I love that. And a young, aggressive, talented heavyweight that he actually wants to fight all the best. The problem in this business is you have guys that say a lot of things publicly, but behind the curtains don't mean it. Don't really want these fights. Tom Aspinall is not that guy. Tom Aspinall wants to fight all the best in the world, and I love that.
How good is he?
Very good. We're going to find out, though. We make this Jon Jones fight, and obviously a fight like that for a young, talented heavyweight, and if he can win, he could beat Jon Jones. It's life-changing.
He's got an amazing self-confidence. I mean, he just exudes calm, almost chilling self-confidence.
If you're a fighter, you better have that.
Yeah.
That's what you'd have to have. If you want to be one of the all-time greats, that's exactly what you have to have.
And the MMA world is buzzing with excitement. This is far from just another matchup. It stands as one of the most anticipated heavyweight battles in years, and Dana understands what's truly at stake for both fighters. He has long praised Tom Aspinall, often labeling him as one of the most skilled heavyweights he's ever witnessed. Dana highlights Tom's remarkable speed, sharp fight IQ, and his knack for ending fights with a rare precision that's almost unheard of in the heavyweight division.
Here's a question with Aspinall. What happens with Aspinall in the second round? If you want to talk about a guy who sprints, I don't think anybody moves like that guy does. He beat everybody else's ass too. All the other heavyweights ragdolled dudes way bigger than him. He's just a freak, and he is again the next the next advancement of the evolution of the sport.
How so?
Well, because he can do everything. That guy's got elite jiu-jitsu. He's got elite takedowns. His striking is outstanding. Like, I've seen a lot of heavyweight, even Francis, who's like the greatest, scariest power striker I've ever seen in the heavyweight division. No one's scarier than Francis. Francis does not move like Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall is significantly faster than every other heavyweight. That's a real problem. At a 250 plus pound frame, his movement's extraordinary. And that's something you have to deal with. Like, that is a crazy ability. Like, his ability to move, like the way he moves, is so much different than everybody else in the sport. He moves like a 175 pounder. He doesn't move like a 250-pound guy. Incredible stand-up, knocks guys out with one punch, black belt in jiu-jitsu, really good wrestler, his everything, and he's young.
So what's your prediction if it happens?
It's hard to bet against Jon.
What do you think about Aspinall and Gane? Like, who do you think you will win? Is the winner something that interests you?
Cara, ali é uma luta assim difícil, né? Mas, o Tom Aspinall, campeão, vem mais confiante. Mas, assim, eu vejo que ele lutou com atletas também, assim, muito agressivo, entendeu? E ele tá levando a melhor ali, mas acho que o Gane, ele é um cara assim mais, que movimenta mais. É um cara que não gosta de se expor, entendeu? Um pouco ali de medo e tal. Então, quando você tem um certo medo, um receio, você acaba não tomando muitos golpes. Então, a gente vai ver. Vamos ver, porque de repente ele pode frustrar um pouco, né? O Tom Aspinall ali, de passa ali primeiro, segundo, terceiro round, vai levando pro final. A gente não sabe como que ele vai se comportar também.
It's a tough fight, Tom is a complete fighter, but I do feel like he's fought a lot of aggressive guys, and I think Gane is a guy who's going to do a lot of movement. He's going to be a little more cautious and just moving around a lot, and might frustrate Tom. So first, second, third round, maybe Tom can't find Gane, so I think it's going to be a different fight. We'll see.
¿Você acha que su carreira vai terminar semi-completo ou completo?
Bom, na verdade não dá para responder isso, né? Eu gostaria, né, de futuramente, né, porque meu peso vai subindo, né, então não sei quanto tempo eu consigo fazer isso, 38 anos, não sei. Vou fazendo do jeito que eu tô fazendo, dando um passo de cada vez e a gente vai vendo o que acontece.
Would you like to finish your career light heavyweight or heavyweight? I really don't know. We'll have to see. You know, obviously my body gets heavier. I don't know how long I can cut to 205. So we're just going to have to see and take it.
Cyril tweeted that he thinks you should be careful what you wish for. He'll see you in Paris. How do you think you match up against Cyril?
I better be careful, apparently. Yeah. I think I match up pretty well against him. I think I'm equally as fast as him. I move equally as well. The difference is I can grapple. I've got a lot of power. And I think that's pretty undeniable at this stage of my career. I've got a lot of knockouts on my record, mate. I have to touch you once, and I wasn't even throwing heavy tonight. I thought it was going to be a 5-rounder. I didn't mean to knock him out. I was pretty sure that was going to be a 5-round fight tonight, and just takes one shot, mate, at heavyweight.
Dana has even confessed that Aspinall appears to be the future of the division, a fighter capable of ruling for years as long as his growth continues. On the flip side, Dana has consistently shown respect for Cyril Gane, calling him one of the finest natural athletes in the UFC. He's praised Gane's elite footwork, crisp striking, and movement that seems almost unreal for a man his size. Dana has also noted that Gane ranks among the most dangerous strikers in MMA, and when he's locked in, he can look virtually unbeatable.
Finally, we're back after over a year hiatus. Everybody knows, I don't have to explain what's gone on, but this is no fault of my own that I've been off for a year. Me and Cyril finally signed on the dotted line around about this time last year when I fought in Manchester, fought Curtis Blades. The original opponent was Cyril Gane. Unfortunately, Cyril Gane was busy that day. Cyril was filming his Netflix series. Can't remember what it's called, but I'm sure you can check it out now on Netflix. Cyril was doing that, so he couldn't make that date either. And now we are matched up for the 25th of October, Abu Dhabi. Me and Cyril. The 4th attempt is here, and this is Cyril's 3rd title shot. So we are going to try and get rid of Cyril Gane in the title picture for good. Well, I am the best heavyweight in the world, but I want to show everyone that I'm the best heavyweight in the world. And I want to give him his 3rd title shot loss and get him out of there.
Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane is official, and I cannot wait to see some of your reactions when Cyril Gane gets a unanimous decision over Tom Aspinall. Now, that's not an official prediction from me, at least not yet, but I think some of you guys need to realize how close this fight really could be. I know the common expectation here is that Tom Aspinall is just going to walk through Cyril Gane in the first round, whether by knockout or whether by grappling. Everybody thinks Tom Aspinall is going to make it look easy. But if that happens, I would be very, very surprised. Cyril Gane is being underrated here. People are very down on Cyril Gane right now, and understandably so. He got submitted in the very first round by Jon Jones, and also he didn't look great against Volkov. He won the decision, but a lot of people thought he lost. I'm telling you guys right now, in a 5-round fight, if Cyril Gane could avoid the big shot, I actually think he has a really, really solid chance of winning. People say Tom Aspinall is the most agile heavyweight of all time, but don't forget, before Tom Aspinall, everybody was saying that about Cyril Gane. And in my opinion, Cyril Gane beat Francis Ngannou on the scorecards, and some people would argue Francis Ngannou at that time was the greatest heavyweight we had ever seen. So I am going to withhold from making an official prediction right now, but do not be surprised if I end up picking Cyril Gane over Tom Aspinall, and do not be surprised if it happens.
Tom Aspinall is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. What's the first step for him?
You give him the one contender, Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane is somebody that's a big heavyweight, that's very agile. I don't think Tom Aspinall gets rid of him right away like he has with other people. And I think that'll be a big indication if Jon Jones wants to come back and reclaim that bout once again.
I think you're absolutely right. Fight that makes sense. Tom Aspinall, Cyril Gane. Let's make that happen. Cyril Gane is, people forget how fantastic he is. A guy that can kind of float around the octagon, touch you, kick you, hit you with elbow. He's just a complete game. But man, Tom's movement, his boxing, speed, and his power, it's very, very difficult to doubt this man anymore.
Of course, Tom Aspinall recently became the official undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. You know the story. We know what happened. Jon Jones vacated, walked away, retired as the GOAT, whatever you want to call it. Of course, he now wants to come back. He's back in the testing pool. He's going to fight at the White House, if you ask Jon Jones. That's a whole other video. That's a whole other story. We've talked about that a million times. Tom is the undisputed champion, and he's taking on Cyril Gane. Enjoy this moment right here, because it ain't going to last, because I'm going to knock Cyril Gane out, just like I have done everybody else. And then you can all shut the... Oh. That's what Tom should have said. That's what I would have said. But of course, that's not Tom's style. What he did say, though, was that he's excited to fight Cyril Gane because he's knocked out everyone else in the top 5.
I mean, there was nobody else to fight.
Now, I'm not trying to make a dick out of Tom Aspinall, but when I look at the rankings, Tom Aspinall, obviously the champ. Cyril Gane, the #1 contender, hasn't fought him, of course. Alexander Volkov, we know that he beat him very, very easy, took him down, submitted him. Sergey Pavlovich, that's when he became the interim champ. Curtis Blades, he's beaten him. But he hasn't fought Jailton Almeida and he hasn't fought Waldo Cortez Acosta. But who cares? He is the best finisher in all of the sport. He's one of the biggest. He's got massive power. He's got dynamite in his hands. He's got wrestling. He's got a ground game. But Cyril Gane, I'm telling you, this man is coming for the throne.
What happens when these two finally meet? Dana White has suggested that everything hinges on who dictates the style of the fight. If Cyril Gane keeps it standing with his sharp movement and pinpoint striking, he has a real shot at frustrating Aspinall and taking over. But if Aspinall cuts the distance, blends in his grappling, and pushes the pace, then Gane could find himself in deep trouble. The stakes go far beyond the fight itself. Should Tom Aspinall come out on top, Dana believes he solidifies his place as the undeniable face of the heavyweight division.
When Tom Aspinall got matched up against Cyril Gane, he had a plan to get his revenge. Because although he pretended to pay his respect backstage, he later made a video exposing Cyril ducking him.
Cyril Gane was in attendance, won the fight. Matchmakers came to me and they said, "Do you want to fight Cyril?" I said, "Absolutely." A day later, I got the phone call, Cyril Gane doesn't want to fight me.
Tom then went ahead and won another fight in the first round. But when he was in the front row of Cyril's fight, Cyril got asked about fighting him next, but turned it down in the octagon.
I know a lot of people talk about Aspinall, but this doesn't make sense for me.
Then UFC came to London, and Tom was supposed to fight Cyril, but he was busy filming his Netflix series that day, so he ended up fighting Curtis and won in the first round. And now, a year later, they've been matched up again.
This is the 4th time they've matched up together.
Who do you think is going to win this fight?
He's dismissed me on multiple occasions, and I'm not the first guy that he's dismissed. The reason that I got the Pavlovich fight was because Cyril didn't want it. He then ducked Curtis Blades. I just don't like the way he does stuff professionally, because that's the opposite to what I do. I'm here to prove I'm the best, not duck out of fights with people.
We finally got Tom Aspinall, Cyril Gane. Chill, we've been screaming about this Tom Aspinall, Cyril Gane for a long time. UFC 321, Tom minus 325, Gane plus 260. We finally got the fight, but the world doesn't seem to believe, Chael, that it's a close fight. And I don't really agree with that line. I think this fight is much closer. Tom Aspinall minus 325, Cyril Gane plus 260. And we finally got Tom Aspinall, Cyril Gane. Chael, we've been screaming about this Tom Aspinall, Cyril Gane for a long time. UFC 321, Tom minus 325, Gane plus 260. We finally got the fight, but the world doesn't seem to believe, Chael, that it's a close fight. And I don't really agree with that line. I think this fight is much closer. Tom Aspinall minus 325, Cyril Gane plus 265.
If Tom Aspinall loses to Cyril Gane, the heavyweight division is absolutely cooked. The heavyweight division in the UFC is already hanging on by thin ice at the moment. Legitimately, the only good fight that's interesting that I'm actually excited for in this division is Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane. Everyone is already expecting Tom Aspinall to beat Cyril Gane, but what if he doesn't? We all built up this image of Tom Aspinall as the only person that could defeat Jon Jones. Gun to your head right now, name 10 heavyweight UFC fighters. If you're like me, you probably only got to 5. It's just not a marketable division right now, and the stakes for Tom Aspinall in this fight are just so extremely high because he has so much hype going for him right now. And if Cyril Gane beats Tom Aspinall, I am not ready for the absolute Twitter rant that Jon Jones is going to have. I do not want Jon Jones to be validated like this. None of us do. You just know he's going to have the biggest "I told you so" moment if Tom does lose.
Dana White and the MMA community are on the same page. No matter the outcome, this fight will reshape the heavyweight division. Either Aspinall cements himself as the unstoppable new champion, or Gane revives his career and redefines his legacy. The hype couldn't be bigger. Dana White has laid it all out, the analysts have delivered their predictions, and now it's only a matter of time before Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gane step into the octagon to settle it once and for all.